times of need, in the times of belief, in the times of grief, in the essence of peace, in the presence of chapters, rapture release. A mind wheels with the power to foresee. Future enduring choices, climbing to high peaks over land.
This is your boy El Conquistador, drumandbassproper.com. I'm here in Las Vegas with the one and the only, the man himself, T.R.A.C. All right, guys. Yo, thank you very much for this and your time. We really do appreciate it, my friend. So, you have been emceeing for quite some time here.
Yeah,
you know,
don't tell anybody that.
Don't tell nobody that. So my first thing, you are from the Northeast. You're from New York.
New York City, Brooklyn.
All right, and that's where you're currently at, between there and Toronto. Doing your thing.
Doing my thing.
So, how long have you been emceeing for here in the States?
Forever,
as far back as you can remember.
Yep.
So probably teenage years.
Years into the years.
Big influence with the hip hop and all
into
that.
a couple opportunities for record deals in your mid-teens, and then another one, and then another one. Then you work for music labels, all top tier music labels, and they go, you know what? I've seen the other side of this world, and I want to be a part of it. And that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So you not only are a drum and bass MC, but you also do a lot of hip hop.
I do a lot of hip hop. Well, I do more drum and bass nowadays than hip hop now.
Okay.
Still guilty a little bit, but I'm working on it. I just want to say.
But when did that change end up happening for you?
When you have to just sort of take care of what's working at the moment, so to speak. Obviously, hip hop has went through its own changes within the last couple of years, especially New York hip hop. So, it just so happened that for some reason, drum and bass took me in and just made me a part of everything. You know what I mean? So I'm super grateful for that.
That community, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, you going in between the two, New York and Toronto, how does that end up working for you?
You know what? It's not as bad as it sounds, you know what I mean, I guess. New York remains to be, my heart and soul. Toronto has always been the nourishing and the revitalizing and the excitement is, if I had to pick, I will not say on camera, which I like better, but, we won't tell. There's been a lot of excitement on both sides of the cities.
Well, I mean, the scenes are thriving in both of those cities. Toronto, it's always been a big deal. I remember hearing about it in the 90s, down in Miami, where a lot of those snowbirds would come down with their families. You're doing a lot with the Driven AM crew, with Dave out there.
Absolutely, and PP's, actually with everybody.
With everybody, I see it with everyone.
How
is the scene, how do you feel the scene is in New York versus Toronto?
Outside looking in, Toronto seems to have pretty much everything that I've been looking for in order to get myself a little further. And they have a little bit more. They have radio shows. They're nice, all really good. Just another vibrance that is great. New York has vibrance, but it's a little bit more of a focused vibrance. So the nights sometimes get more patchier than what happens in Toronto, so to speak. So, if I say Toronto is like LA, I always say it all the time. Toronto is like LA, maybe a little bit bigger, but who knows?
Oh no, man! I mean, I think that's pretty awesome.
Would you land on arrival, expand to a grand plan, slam hands behind you? Take a look at yourself and what you're trying to do. Don't let it get over your head. Bring it to Earth's comments and like to chase out frightens for a world coming. Where you zoning a euphoric utopia views, or for your hopes of a new to get a hold of you. Where time moves slower and the skies are clearer. Damn. Where time moves slower and the skies are clearer. Who is your hero? Look in the mirror.
All right, so T.R.A.C, man, you have had the privilege of emceeing for, countless people. Tell us a little bit about some of, your favorites that you've done with people, over the years.
Years. Yeah, over the decades now out. But, man, I can say like Brian G and Bookham, Lensman, Ronnie Size in New York City one time. Who
That must have been awesome.
gave me some really flattering words that day. You know, this is all on the come up situation. I mean, for the most part, bro. I mean, especially the type of people we're talking about, they are pretty much aces in their own. You know what I mean? So for me to be able to still keep up with them and not be the, I guess, the MC blabbermouth or change up my accent to try to fit in, and they just like me for who I am as a hip hop guy, you know, with all the hip hop background. I'm grateful to be able to be in those spaces consistently, so to speak. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. No, absolutely. That's awesome. So, what do you have coming down the pipe? Who are we working with? What kind of albums, EPs? You know, what are we seeing here in the near future?
I can't break all the stuff, but
no. You got to give us some tea. You got to give us some tea. Come on now. Got to give us some tea.
Breaking news. That's a hint. Me and Mr. Breaking News are conjuring up something really special, and we'll see how the finish line looks. What's coming up, I believe, in September, October, is a project with me and a young fella named Czar, who's been making his waves. Worked with Dusky and DR. Shouts to those guys. We did an EP that should be coming out on Center Base Recordings. He actually has something that we put out recently, dude, on his latest EP, Esperanza. I would highly recommend you guys check it out. There's a song called Mirror Image. There's a visual for Mirror Image that's going to drop soon, so hold on to that. And man, I've been wanting to get back to my hip hop roots, so I've been talking with Mark Mack, the For Hero family and Reinforced family. And we've been sitting down and we're listening and we're seeing what we could come up with at some point down the line. And also with Brian G, obviously, you know, me and Brian have been kicking it about some things. And we may do like a best of track situation.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, that'd be a big one.
That'd be a really nice one.
That'd be a lot of hard choices right there, man.
A lot of hard choices. And that's all ideal right now. But these are things that are most likely to happen musically right now. So, but I miss a little bit of putting down a little hip hop EP or a single or something. So we'll see what happens.
Man, that's going to be exciting. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Mm-hmm. So, let's talk about touring.
Ooh.
Currently, World of Drum and Bass, which is what brought us to Vegas. In Vegas.
You know. Shouts to Jimmy Land.
Yeah, shout out to Jammy Land. Yo, like, if you want some good Jamaican food, get them jerk wings, yo.
Jerk wings is on point.
They were fire. So, touring. You know, what else do you have here in the States? Let's start there, because you are going overseas.
Yes, I am going overseas.
Let's start with the States. What do you got? How about North America? You know, because you love Canada. So let's talk North America, you know.
Right.
Where can people catch you here in North America in the near future?
Pretty soon, depending on when we put this up, I'll be in Honolulu, and in a couple days, we'll be doing another date for World of Drum and Bass. Right after I do that event, it's right back to the States, to the mainland, so to speak, and we're going to go celebrate Stamina's 13th anniversary. Me, Samorphix, Euphonique.
Yeah, we saw that you got added to that. She showed me, she's like, where the hell did his name come from? He was on the phone earlier.
Yeah. and shout outs to Step. I'm actually an honorary resident MC there as well. So whenever they know I'm out west, they try to figure out how can we do it. I think earlier this year, Bookham was going and they didn't have the budget to bring me, and he literally crowdsourced my way there, which was something amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so,
that is pretty amazing. So with that being said, you know, man, you've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
You know, you've had ups, you've had downs, you've had some hard times, you've had some really good times throughout the years. Let's talk a little bit about that. You know, give us a cool story of a crazy thing that happened during tour. Like, what's something that stands out in your head that, you know, a cool story to tell everybody here?
Man, if I could figure one out, bro. It's something messing within the brain right now.
Man, we've been at it for a few days going hard. Everyone knows how Vegas is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hurting a little bit.
I think there was one story somewhere around St. Louis way back, and shouts to IQ and a few other my man JoJo. We went to some like crazy rave out there.
And where was it?
It wasn't like St. Louis, somewhere around St. Louis. It was great. And TC Islam as well. RIP TC. And we were all out there just pretty much being us young boys and this and that. All I'm going to say is this. When we first got to the hotel, they was willing to offer us all kinds of champagnes and things. And we were like, just give us everything. Just whatever could happen. We had, just so happened that they had all our rooms connected. And so what happened was we unconnected, we opened all the doors.
On the inside doors.
And right next to us was a bunch of football players. We shall remain nameless because one of them, And then, I can't blow spots, but somebody came through with a really fine Brazilian girl. And then it was these girls that was chasing me and another fella down. I can't remember his name. But the long short is this. We got the guts to try to throw a freaking rave through three rooms to the point that they wanted to kick us out.
How many people did you have up there?
It was getting there, it was getting there. Well, I mean, for 3 rooms, it was getting probably past 30 to 50, I believe.
Who had the sound?
I can't blow spots. Can I blow spots about that? Somebody in St. Louis had the sound, but the guys was manning up. I guess with the same manager that was there, he came up and was hearing noise complaints, and he looked at us and holy shit, what the hell you up to? Pardon if I curse, but
no, you can't.
He was like, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, man.
But a lot of people got in trouble, including the promoter, who was probably cool with the people and the staff at the hotel. We were young, we weren't. I say sometimes to people like, I got to be a rock star before I was a rock star, and that's the only thing that kind of could explain it. The amount of things that are like, why is this happening, or why is this happening? And then it happens, and you go, wow. And obviously it's all in fun, but you're not really, you're just trying to be very expressive in your younger years. But I kind of still feel a little bad that we got Omi in trouble, man. So yeah.
That's a good one. A rave in a hotel in the 3 rooms that they gave you guys. That's funny.
We invited people after the one we went to, which was weird. Oh, yeah, that was a good time.
That's funny. Yeah. So let's talk about overseas now, because that's exciting. You are going over to Europe this year, right?
Yep.
All right. So where are you playing any festivals?
Yeah, I'm playing the festival right now. The first one up is this one in Bulgaria. Like Sofia somewhere. I don't remember the name of it. And Irony SS will be there. My boy Frost will be there. And I can't wait to spend 3 days next to the water and enjoying ourselves. But
it's beautiful out there, isn't it?
It's got to be. I mean, it's my first time. So Sophia is amazing, number one.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
Sophia is amazing. I did a show there that was like nationally syndicated on the stage. Me and Paul SG, shout out to Paul. Huge crowd, turnout. And I was like, yo, who is the star? And everybody's here to watch. And it was literally me. And I was like, oh, it was like my first realization almost. Like, oh shit, T.R.A.C is doing his thing. And
that's awesome.
But yeah, here we are now, coming back second time. And shouts to the promoter who's put it all together and stuff. But I'll be back sometime soon in August on that side. And obviously, put it in there. I will be back at my most favorite festival in Sardinia. And you know what it is. All right. That's all I'm going to say.
Sardinia.
Yeah.
If you know.
Yes.
All right. Where else are you going to be going in Europe this year?
Right now, potentially Portugal. Obviously, London's in the works. I was talking with can I say these names?
Say the names, man. Let them know. Let everybody know.
A producer who does things north in the quarter, and he's doing a big night. And we got to talking, and he was like, damn, how do we make this happen? I was like, dude, just let me know. amongst a few other things. And to be honest, it's a little bit of a freestyle this year because it felt like, as far as booking myself and get myself booked, it was a little slower than usual. But I'm still happy to be coming out to make some damage and have some fun, especially with the amount of singles that I've been dropping this year, which has been, all really received. And But yeah, that's pretty much the gist. But other than that, anything can happen. Yeah.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So promoters out in Europe, our man is going out there. And what is it? It's August is when you're heading out there. Yeah. So next month. Mm-hmm. So get on him. You want to book some track out in Europe? Yeah. He will make the time to come to you. That is for sure. Oh, that is great, man. So a lot of these singles that you have been dropping this year, talk about some of those. What labels can have been releasing your singles this year?
First and foremost,
you've been on a few.
Yeah, V Recordings, the joint with Malik, Pixis, and Colette. Go Back seemed to be a great energy maker for everyone. That's been still well received, and I'm really happy for all of us. And it's gang. Pixis is an amazing producer. Maliki's a dope producer. Colette has always been one of my favorites to work with. So for us to get together and do that record, it took about maybe a year and a half-ish. But when it came out, it was like, oh, that's the only thing anybody remembered for a while, right? So,
do they normally take that long, like a year and a half, to kind of put together?
It's a little bit of time and also, art, for art's sake.
Right.
You want to make sure everything is what it is by the time you put it out, because by the time it's out, you don't want to have any regrets about, I could have did this and did that. So very true. It didn't mean to go a year, but it just happened to be a year. So, and then you have what I consider one of my favorite singles this year with me and LSB and Stamina, that All My Life and Vibe, which is none. I think we're saving Liquid, guys. I think we're saving Liquid drum and bass.
Hey man, Liquid.
No apologies,
dude. Liquid slamming. So London Electricity. Right before we came out here, he was hitting up the U.S. against Stockton, Denver, and that room was packed to the brim. And I love him. I went out to San Diego and saw him there, and I was so happy he was coming back to Denver. You got what is it? Recon brought out LSB.
Recon,
they brought you out just recently as well, right?
What
was it? That was
L Double.
Yeah, that was
and John First. And a few other. Coco Bryce.
That's right. Coco was there. Yeah.
And I felt like an off-on sort of ordeal. Like I like that it wasn't drum and bass, but it was, and it was like
it was her birthday, right?
It was her birthday anniversary. Yeah. They were celebrating
20. Dude, that was last year. That was in October.
Was it in October? Yeah, it felt like somewhere around there.
Something like that, if I recall correctly. Recon just is constantly throwing so many shows. Hard to keep track of everything that these guys do.
Shouts to Recon.
That's right. Shouts to Maggie. Out there.
Absolutely.
And
I actually rocked with London Electricity before he went to Denver. Absolutely, in Boston at this event called Sunken Suite.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys who are, I guess people are just at the table mixing some things together and see what comes out of it. And you see potential of an amazing time, man. So,
you're down there.
Those guys. Yeah. Shouts to Shane and Will and those guys. Yeah.
People are trying. You got the gentleman down in Atlanta with his Jungle Bells. You were MJ, on that last year, right?
Me and Makoto and Winslow did an amazing thing. Yeah, it was fun.
And he's doing some big stuff. He's started announcing a lot of the pre-party stuff.
Yeah, all the pre-party madness he's doing.
That's coming down. So that's going to be a really good one at the end of the year for Jungle Bells. Want to see if we can make it out there, but we'll.
Still early.
It's still early.
It's going to be expected to be the spectacle that it is. Hey, shout outs to MJ and his partner Brandon. Listen, they really go hard to really raise the bar, and
they really do.
Looks like it's nothing less than stellar coming up, man. You should have booked me on that plane, but shouts to Amani Rain too, man. Amani.
Yeah, Amani's been he's been doing a lot.
Yeah.
So with that being said, who do you like on the mic with you when you guys are on stage? Because you saw a lot of the time, like you know, when you go to a party, I mean, you got some of the local MCs as well, but you also, you know, when you get booked for these bigger things, that guys like MJ and whatnot throw. You know, it's like, who do you like getting on the mic there with and going back and forth and having that grand old time?
You know, that's a good question. But for the most part, obviously, Monty's on that list. I gotta big up Astro. Astro is a great dude. You know, Texas is on, been holding it down, and we always go good. There is somebody on my head that I can't figure out who really is fun to play with, man, and I can't figure out who it is.
Is that the name? One of those things, the names on the tip of your tongue?
But other than that, when me and Monty do these nights in Brooklyn Bowl with Brooklyn, and all we do is just slice and dice and joke and have fun, and you know, we just keep the vibes correct at that point. But I can't remember this right. I'm sorry, I can't remember right now. But yeah, I mean, Sophie Maury is another one who is probably criminally slept on, to be honest. And she can MC, she can rap, she can sing, she knows how to host. And I would love to see more of her around, to be honest.
Oh, big shout out. No, that's great to hear. Where is she? She's out of what, New York?
She is Florida, but she's out in West Coast right now.
She's out here, but she's Florida. All right. Another Florida person like me.
Floridians.
Yeah. No, I got out of there. I couldn't take that heat anymore, man. That humidity is horrible. No, thank you. No, man, and I think that's really awesome.
And I'm also, just to add, think about the time I'm back from Europe, I just think it's time for me to try to set up live sets, live performance PA. It's just it's the one good thing that I think I need to add with all the amount of songs I've done, and I feel like people are ready for that. And I mean, obviously I'm more than ready. You know, Europe and London, you know, they've been way ready, and you know, when I do these live sets over there, it's a whole nother level. But here in the States where I'm from, I just feel like I just need to smack it one good time and
do it.
So you know,
do it,
especially for the holiday seasons and everything. So yeah, I got my mind on some things right now.
Look in the mirror, and do you see what I see? And do you feel how I feel? Does it seem like it's all too real? Before you turn away, I like to say there will be better days. Already here, lots to go when you're on your way. Already there, tremendous times that last for many days, many years. In the times of need, in the times of belief, in the times of grief, in the essence of peace. In the presence of chapters, rapture release. Might have to look at yourself just to capture your peace. Peace, contrasted in the noise. Peace.
I live here, yeah.
Alright, track. So, I want to know, you've been doing this for a while, so you have played with a lot of people. Who is someone that you haven't played with yet, that you have just been itching to do and play with?
Oh, man. It's two. Caliber is high on my list. Caliber is like, you know, we worked on our record for Blue and been a big fan for ages, obviously. But Shy FX is on that list, you know what I mean?
Shy FX?
Yeah, Shy FX has been another one. Those are two huge inspirations when I was like, well, how am I going to make this work? Kind of like took those guys as a bit of a template moving forward. And, you know, there's a quick story I want to share real quick. That is...
we love stories.
Yeah, so I had gotten an email one time, and it was from a digital boy at hotmail.com, digital soundboy at hotmail.com. And I said, clicked on it. Hey, man, I really like your Life Emotion album. I wish it's a shame you guys didn't call me to be part of the album. And I just want to say big up. And I must have almost fell out of my seat because I was like, is this Shy FX hitting me up, giving me a big up, saying he wanted to be part of my album? Hit him back with the excited, yo, this is great, yo, I'll do this and that. And that, you know, just cut it short, that lasted about 2 years until
2 years of talking back and forth over the internet.
Just back and forth. He was obviously, you know, trying to get a few tunes and stuff. It got stuff, but it wasn't nothing that was like, you know, it didn't, you know, remixes coming out, whatever. So it was like one day I got another email, and this time it was from Hazard. Hazard says he was rocking with Fabio somewhere. And I saw the same thing. It was has his label. I forgot the name of his label, but it also had the Hotmail.com on it, right? I was like, who's trying to fool me now? This isn't, and number one, I don't expect Hazard to reach out to me. Two, why would he hit me from whatever? So, in the midst of that, it dawned on me that the person that also was hitting me, that was claiming to be Shy-FX, was also hitting me from a Hotmail.
Uh-oh.
And it was like a panic ensued because when this guy sent the email, it looked official, like had some type of signature, address, and phone number. So I hit up my good friend Fabio, shouts to Fabio, to be like, yo, I gotta ask you a quick question, And then he's like, dude, I didn't play with Hazard anytime soon at all. I was like, what? So I said, what about this? I showed him a screenshot of the Shy-FX thing. And he was like, dude, that's not even Shy-FX number. And I said it to I was like, dude, this guy's been chasing me for like 2 years. And within this year, he was like, yo, we're going to finally work together. So Fabio saved my life on that. Eventually, the long story is that I got to speak to Mr. Shy. We had a back and forth. He was aware of some of the situations out there, people faking, and I was like, dude, now that I have, me and you can chat, we should try to work on some things. So anything can happen in the future. We will see. And, it's. But I want to say there's people out there that they do this stuff, and whatever they're getting out of it, they're not getting much out of it. There's nothing you can do with vocals like that,
That is crazy, man. That people, and 2 years he kept going on it. That is
2 years, bro.
Damn.
And because it was all email, so it's like
right.
so.
Okay, so when you actually started talking to Shy-FX, were you like, let me see a picture so I know it's you?
Well, I did more than that. I had to do a few shows in New York, and he was doing a show in Toronto where I was at, but I had to take care of this, and I was like, dude, you don't come over here a lot. I need to see you. I did a gig, took 2 days, went to Toronto, finally met up with him, slapped and dabbed, caught his show backstage. It was a lot of, get T.R.A.C in here so they can meet kind of thing going on. And it was a really gracious time to meet. This guy is a legend, right? And then next day I had to get back to New York to make it to a barbecue to do a live set. So,
that is one hell of a story.
Yeah.
Hey man, fishing, it can happen to anybody. You need to be careful out there. That's damn man, that is one hell of a story. But in the end, hopefully, we got some Shy-FX and T.R.A.C. That's gonna be awesome.
That would be fire.
That would be awesome.
One way or the other, something's got to give, right? MCing or songs, both. Who knows? But he is bucket list for me. So big salute.
Well, there you go. Shy-FX, if you're watching, you need to reach out and make it happen. Drum Bass World is now waiting for it because it's been put out into the universe.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been the one, the only T.R.A.C. and your boy, El Conquistador, drumandbassproper.com. Sir, thank you very much for your time. It was awesome going all over Vegas with you. I hope we get to do it again in another city in the near future.
Absolutely.
Guys, big up. drumandbassproper.com. Holler.
Act and destroy, please. Once the mirror's cracked, gotta look at that. No looking back. Do you see what I see? Do you feel how I feel? Does it seem like it's all too real? Don't you turn away. Don't do it. Will you turn away? Look in the mirror.